What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I will be discussing tonight's game between the Chicago Bulls and Milwaukee Bucks, and of course, this is my Bulls report. Now, the Chicago Bulls are coming off of a loss in their last outing against the Atlanta Hawks, which was a back-to-back game. So, facing off against a divisional opponent in the Milwaukee Bucks and two teams that are in two different spots in the division, the Bulls being 10th and in the play-in position, and the Milwaukee Bucks being the number one seed in the Eastern Conference. You can see where both teams are headed right now at this point of the season, both playing back-to-back. Giannis Antetokounmpo did not play in this particular game this evening. He did go through his normal routine during shoot-around pregame, but unfortunately, he could not go in this game. For the Bulls, they were without Alex Caruso in the starting lineup, so Billy Donovan, in his place, elected to go with Patrick Williams to team up with Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Patrick Beverley, and also Nikola Vucevic. Now, of course, this is the Milwaukee Bucks we're talking about, right? Against the Chicago Bulls, we know what to expect from the Bucks as far as Drew Holiday, guys like Bobby Portis. They just have, plug and play type of guys. Also Chris Middleton, but I'll get into that as we continue on in this video. Now, Vucevic did get the first basket of the game. You've seen guys like Javon Carter with the first bucket for the Milwaukee Bucks. But on the onset of this game, it wasn't really a high-energy, high-paced basketball game from the onset. It looked like two teams that were sluggish fairly early. You seen Patrick Beverley with a three, but the Bucks were making a lot of threes themselves. You seen the Bulls, they just could not score from three. But Vucevic was aggressive from the mid-range especially. And it was just a slow beginning by the Bulls. You seen the Bucks do go up by 11 early in the game, and it was a strong start by Nikola Vucevic. You seen Kobe White and Derrick Jones Jr. come off and get a Bulls a sort of a jump start from three, but the Bulls were down by 7 after the first 28-21. And after the first 12 minutes, like I said, it was two teams that played in a back-to-back. And you seen that in the first 12 minutes of tonight's basketball game. Now, Brook Lopez did get the first basket of the second, and Andre Drummond was getting to the rim. And what I will say about Drummond, that he was trying to battle not only Brook Lopez, but also Bobby Portis on the boards. You did see Drummond get to the rim. Patrick Williams continue his good shooting from three, but the Bucks' perimeter shooting was causing the Bulls problems all night long, whether it was Drew Holiday, whether it was Bobby Portis, Joe Ingles, guys like that. And Chris Middleton did end up leaving this basketball game after about, I'm not sure at what minute of the game it was, but it was in the first quarter. He only took one shot. He only had one shot attempt, and he tweaked his knee or something, and he just didn't get to finish tonight's basketball game. Of course, we all know and, have our thoughts and prayers with Chris Middleton. Of course, injuries suck. You don't want to see a player like him have to go down this road again. He's been dealing with this sort of injury all season. Now, you did see DeMar DeRozan put up a shot, and I'll get into his night as we go into the rest of this video. But Bobby Portis was giving the Bulls problems. You seen Vucevic. Honestly, Nikola Vucevic was the most aggressive player for the Chicago Bulls tonight. And it's funny that I'm saying that, because you would think with the matchup that he had with going against Brook Lopez and going against Bobby Portis, especially in the paint, you would thought Nikola Vucevic wasn't going to have the type of game that he had tonight. But to the contrary, I heard that when Van Gundy was saying something, when Jeff Van Gundy was saying something during the game, he was saying something like Vucevic should put up as many threes as he could because of the way that the Bucks were defending the pick and roll. Now, as Vooch was getting to the rim, the Bulls did take the lead 42-41 at one point in the second quarter. You seen 11 first half threes made by the Bucks. Zach LaVine did hit a three, and the Bulls did take the lead going into halftime at 51-49. And like I say all the time, that first 24 minutes of the basketball game is so crucial, because that gives you an implication of what will happen going forward. If the Bulls play the way they did through the first 24, that gives them a better chance to, dictate how the game will be played from then on. You see Vucevic with the first basket of the third quarter, Zach LaVine getting to the rim, and the Bulls do go on a 10-0 run early in the third, but the Bucks counter that with an 8-0 run themselves. You seen Drew Holiday getting to the rim. Drew Holiday quietly was an impact player on this entire basketball game, whether it was his defense, especially defending DeMar DeRozan, whether it was his passing, his rebounding, his scoring ability, his three-point shot. Drew Holiday was actually everywhere that the Milwaukee Bucks needed him to be in this game. You did see Derrick Jones Jr. again continue to make an impact, and the Bulls themselves started to make threes. You seen a 9-0 run by Chicago, and I mean, when Kobe White got into the game, he was making an impact going to the rim, and it was just a back and forth third quarter, honestly. Kobe White offense started to come alive, and then you seen Ayo get to the rim, and the Bucks were up by 3 after the third quarter, and that was 79-76. So watching it, I'm just saying, if the Bulls can find a way to piece together what they did over the course of the first 3 quarters versus a team like Milwaukee, they have a chance. But to no avail, the Chicago Bulls just could not get it done in the fourth quarter, man, especially DeMar DeRozan. Unfortunately, DeMar DeRozan did not have one of those games. He didn't look like himself at all in this game. I don't know if it was the defense from Drew Holiday. I don't know if it was something else. But at one point, he only had one made shot throughout the entire game. Zach LaVine didn't have one of his better games either. I mean, now granted, Vucevic was the Bulls, top scorer in this game with a double-double with 21 and 11. But I say all that to say, in 36 minutes, DeMar DeRozan only had 8 points. In 37 minutes, Zach LaVine only had 13 points. You had Kobe White with 14. Derrick Jones Jr. with 8. Ayo Dosunmu with 8. Andre Drummond with 3. No Alex Caruso. Patrick Beverly with 8. Who, of course, they were given, again, just like in Atlanta, versus Atlanta, excuse me. They were letting Patrick Beverly shoot up all the threes that he wanted to. Now, as far as the Bucks was concerned, you seen 27 and 13 from Bobby Portis. You seen 26 points and 7 rebounds from Brook Lopez. You've seen 20 points, 15 assists, and 8 rebounds from Drew Holiday, 16 points from Javon Carter, and a host of other characters. Of course, Wesley Matthews with 8 rebounds, 7 points, 9 points from Joe Ingles. I mean, and that's without Giannis and also Grayson Allen. And like I said, man, if this Chicago Bulls team wants to make the playoffs, not just the play-in, because, a one and done, go home, the season is still a failure. They have to figure out a way, especially on the boards. As I look over the stats, the Bulls turned the ball over 15 times to the Bucks 12. They did have 10 steals. 3 blocks was the same number across the board. The Bulls did have 28 assists to the Bucks 26. As far as free throws concerned, it was the same. Both teams shot 11 free throws. They both went up 9 of 11 from the free throw line. The main component to this game was 3-point shooting. The Chicago Bulls went 11 of 33 for 33%. The Milwaukee Bucks went 18 of 46 for 39%. As far as shooting for the game, the Bulls shot 43% as a team to the Bucks 42% as the team. And the 3-point shot was definitely the most glaring hole, and also rebounding. We know the Chicago Bulls cannot rebound well. The Bucks 53 rebounds to the Bulls 38. We're talking about 13 offensive rebounds to the Bulls 5. And like I said, man, the Chicago Bulls, if they want to be on the cusp of at least competing when, the play-in gets here, or the playoffs, if they make it that far, they have to do a much better job, especially if, you're in position to be an 8 seed. You're going to have to play this Milwaukee Bucks team with a healthy Giannis Antetokounmpo. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Bulls fans, Bucks fans, NBA fans, or if this is just your first time tuning in to the channel, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can know anytime a video is being uploaded to this channel. It's Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network, and I catch you guys on the next video.